Dr. Fauci has a new announcement on COVID. It's racist. Throughout the pandemic, Dr. Fauci has been considered the leading expert on all things COVID. Now he's making wild statements about what COVID has done to society. In a graduation ceremony over the weekend, Fauci claimed COVID has both exposed and contributed to racism in America. Check out the comments he made before he received a medal from Emory University.
That some people of color find themselves in from birth regarding the availability of an adequate diet, access to health care, and the undeniable effects of racism in our society. Let us promise ourselves that our corporate memory of this tragic reality, that an infectious disease disparately hospitalizes and kills people of color, does not fade after we return to some form of normality.
Biden administration's response to Middle Eastern conflict is really odd. After almost 2 weeks of violent conflict between Israel and Palestine, the Biden administration is responding to critics who have pointed out that the region was much more peaceful under the Trump administration. Press Secretary Jen Psaki told reporters, aside from putting forward a peace proposal that was dead on arrival, we don't really think they did anything constructive, really, to bring an end to long-standing conflict in the Middle East. As we know, President Trump orchestrated several historic peace deals during his time in office, with many of them settling conflicts between Israel and former enemies. Many have noted that Biden's willingness to appease violent countries have led to an uprising against American allies like Israel. Despite Psaki's odd comments that Trump didn't really do anything except for peace deals, she didn't offer a real defense for Biden's failing foreign policies. Palestine has pledged to continue firing on Israel with full force for up to 6 months. This 10-year-old boy totally crushes his school board's ridiculous mask mandates. Mask mandates for children have been highly controversial since the beginning of COVID, especially considering most children do not have a reaction to COVID. Despite the science, certain liberal school boards are insisting children must continue to wear masks to attend in-person lessons. One 10-year-old boy challenged the system by questioning the mandate in what is quickly becoming a viral video. Watch now.
Turned 10 years old.
Just talk a little closer to that.
I just turned 10 years old and I am a 4th grader at Felix A. Williams. I expected school to be a little bit different in the beginning, but I didn't think it would stay this way all year long, and I was surprised by the rules. A lot of them didn't make any sense to me, like the fact that we were not allowed to play on the playground or have student council or turn to face each other at lunch. And we also have to wear masks outside at PE and on track. I love my school and all, but my teachers seem really stressed, and that makes me feel bad. One teacher walks around with a clipboard full of referrals for any student whose mask isn't on properly. It makes me feel scared. That same teacher yells at us having our masks down to drink water while we are outside in car line. She told us we had to wait until we were in our parents' car to have a drink of water. She had her mask down the entire time while she was yelling at us, which makes me and all my friends very mad. This happens a lot. And it seems unfair teachers take their masks off while they yell at us kids and that we need to pull ours up. I asked my mom if there is a word for this, and she said there is. Hypocrisy. Wearing a mask all day makes me feel really tired and gives me really bad headaches. Sometimes I'm in school and I need to lay low in the dark until they're gone. My mask also sticks to my face when it's really hot, and it makes it hard to breathe. I feel like I can't catch my breath, and that makes me feel claustrophobic and anxious. It's really stressful. I finished taking all of my FSAs, and I had a hard time focusing with a mask on. A few weeks ago, I ran into my teacher outside of school. She didn't even recognize me because she's never seen my face before. But I knew it was her because she sits at her desk a lot without a mask on. I know my teacher has asthma and everything, but I understand why it's hard for her to wear a mask, and I think she should have that choice. But I should too. I have allergies, and I feel really anxious with my face covered, but I'm not allowed a mask break like her. It seems unfair. All this seems unfair, and it doesn't make sense. I miss seeing people's face. I miss the way things used to be. I'm scared they'll never go back to normal. Breathing freely doesn't seem like something we should have to ask any other people for permission for. Please make masks optional today. It would be so awesome to end the school year on a really happy note like that. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, John. You did a good job.